Well, we're off on another little adventure. Upon the recommendation of actually a couple different people that mentioned this, we're taking a little drive out of Santa Fe. I think the total drive is about 20 to 30 minutes. We're heading up into the mountains, and we've heard that the aspens are changing color and are yellow and pretty. So we're gonna check it out. I really don't understand how it came open. Since we have that stopper in there, thankfully nothing broke.
Or spilled.
Well, I suppose that could have been worse. Every single item that was on the top shelf fell out, but nothing broke. We only had a few stray grapes. So I'm glad for that. I guess these roads are just so windy that eventually our little stopper must have worked itself out. So we'll have to keep an eye on it as we go up the rest of the way.
All right, we're off to see how much further we want to go.
So talk about some hairpin turns.
So, I guess this is it.
I would keep going a little bit. That's the overlook. Looks like this is a popular spot. Well, there's definitely some pretty colors up here. Now here is an awesome view. Wait till you see this. Wow. All right, now there's a view. So I guess that's where they ski in the winter. Must be a really nice view up the ski lift. Alright, so we hit the end of the road, I think. We have a little bit of a loop here, and then we'll head back. Wow, is this pretty right now. On the drive up the mountain, we had noticed a lot of cars stopped for hiking and leaf peeping. So we decided to stop and check out one of the trailheads. What are you finding here?
Apparently we're in Santa Fe.
Technically outside of Santa Fe, huh? We weren't sure if we were going to go to the end of this road or not, but we got up as far as we did and realized there were only 4 miles left, so we decided to keep going. And I think it's good that we did.
Yep.
Definitely got prettier as we went, and then we realized we can actually park here overnight. So I think that's what we're going to do tonight. I mean, look at this scenery. Beautiful. The views here were so incredible. It was the perfect fall day as we took in the vibrant colors of the aspens and enjoyed feeling the warmth of the sun. Looks like another good view up here. It was nice to get out for a little bit and walk here, especially after the last few days we've been down more in town. I absolutely love the aspen trees. I'm not a big fan of yellow, so the leaves changing, that's pretty, but I love the bark, the white bark. And it reminds me of one of my favorite trees in the east, and that's the birch tree. I'm not sure what the difference is between the two. They look very similar, but they're very pretty.
I think they're spelled differently.
went? I didn't step on him. Hi, little guy. Where are you going? Where are you going?
All right, well, it's come to that time of the evening. Gonna start making some dinner. We pulled off to a little lookout. Got a beautiful view. It was kind of wild driving up here. I think we're at about 11,000 feet above sea level, and we were definitely experiencing it driving up. We were hearing our water bottles starting to pop out, and what is obvious is these potato chip bags that we just bought yesterday down in Santa Fe are, look at that, the pressure.
Those chips aren't gonna get crumbly now. They're protected by all the air. It's like inflated chip bags.
Isn't that kind of wild?
While Steve started making dinner, I braved the cold and wind to get some sunset footage and enjoy the expansive views looking out over Santa Fe. That was a great sunset. It's very chilly out here, so it's time to go in the van, get warmed up. I think Steve actually has soup ready, and that's perfect for tonight. Well, I would say we've had a pretty good day. Meow Wolf was fun. It's really pretty up here. The sunset was great, and it's cool outside, and we've got warm soup. So I'm gonna get warmed up. Thank you for making dinner. While I was out in the cold taking pictures and video. I take way too many pictures and video, but what you gonna do? All right, so we're gonna eat.
All right, well, we've had a very nice day exploring the mountain, and we found a nice spot for the night. There's a few other van lifers and RVers up here, so feels pretty safe. Yeah?
Yeah, we're gonna be tested a little bit tonight, test things out with the van, because we've always thought we could only comfortably do like mid 40s as the low in the van without some other kind of heat, well, with any heat. But I think since we've been on the road out west, we've actually been in low 40s, high 30s overnight, and we've been okay. Tonight's supposed to be mid 30s, so we'll see how it goes.
Right now, without any heat, the van is sitting at about 77 degrees. So, as it stands right now, it's pretty comfortable in here.
Yeah.
So we'll see how it lasts throughout the night.
Yeah.
It is a bit windy at the top of the mountain, so we'll see.
And I've put some window covers up in the front because I know we lose a lot of heat out of the front usually. Hopefully that'll help a little bit. I might pull out some of my warmer clothes for the night, but we'll see. So far, in colder nights, it's been pretty cozy here in the van. After cleaning up the van a little and going through some of our nighttime routine, we got snuggled into bed with our kitty cat, hoping we'd stay warm in the van throughout the night. You said it's supposed to be mid-30s? I don't have a signal. How do you put it through? We're cooking up some breakfast. It's actually probably about 4 degrees cooler on this part of the van than it is where we sleep, which is kind of nice that it's warmer up there. I guess that makes sense. Heat rises, so I guess that's another reason why we like having the fixed bed with the garage underneath. It's all nice and cozy up where we sleep. The other nice thing is once we start cooking, that also heats things up a little bit. And it adds a little bit of moisture in the air, which usually we wouldn't like, but here in New Mexico, in this area, it's so dry, it's nice to actually get a little moisture from cooking. It does not fail to make me laugh when Steve cracks eggs. Bang, 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 bang. We're not quite parked level here in this spot. We always make sure when we park that our heads are up though, so that's important. So we're pretty decent, and then, like I said, our heads were slanted upwards instead of the opposite where our blood would rush to our heads. But that makes cooking a little bit of a challenge when you're not quite level. So we actually put clothespins under the cooker this morning to try to level things out a little bit. Good eats in the van.
Very beautiful, frigid mountain morning.
There's our van. It's so pretty seeing the sun up on the leaves. Just finally coming up this morning over the mountain and all the trees. So we're definitely not the only ones here this morning. Such a nice morning. It's so nice up here. We're glad we decided to stay for sure.
So just doing a little bit of research on what mountain we're on. The Santa Fe Ski Basin, which is just up the hill, is a medium-sized ski resort located in the Sangre de Cristo Mountains. It's at an elevation over 10,000 feet. So I was pretty close yesterday when I said we're about 11,000. Interesting.
And so what is the mountain?
It's called Sangre de Cristo Mountains.
Mountains. So there's not a name for this actual mountain.
I don't think so.
Well, that's kind of crazy. This is dripping from the van. Our best guess is that it's condensation since it was warmer in the van than it was outside. That's weird.
A lot of condensation on the window this morning. I'm actually able to wring out the paper towel. We're gonna have to figure out if there's a way to combat that a little bit.
Yeah.
Colder climates.
We put some towels down to catch the water as it drips. There's a lot on this window. Well, what goes up must come down. We have to get back down into the town, city, whatever you call it, to do some work and get cleaned up, get some exercise at Planet Fitness. So it would have been nice to stay up there longer. I think probably if it had been warmer. It's too bad this morning it wasn't warmer that we could just sit with the slider door open and just enjoy the beauty up there, but it was a little chilly. But I'm glad we spent our time up there. I'm glad we spent the night.
Yeah. There was points when we were coming up the mountain, we were like, have we gone far enough? I'm not a big fan of making the van work so hard. I'm just not that kind of van life couple.
We don't like to make the van work hard or us work too hard. We're like some people we follow on Instagram. We do soft adventures, right?
Yeah. But I'm glad we pushed through and made it to the top, and then we're able to spend the night. It was nice.
Yeah. So we're making our way back down the mountain now.
Slowly but surely, trying not to damage the brakes. Maybe I'm just not experienced enough.
We debated whether we should be in low gear or just going down slowly and using the brakes a little bit.
Right now, I'm just trying to keep her under control. There's nobody behind us. Taking our time, pumping the brakes when necessary. I think we're all right.
And later today, we're going to make our way to Albuquerque. And there's something coming up soon that we're going to be doing that's been on my bucket list for a long time. It's a Saturday morning, and it's kind of amazing how many people have made their way up the mountain this morning. We got up a little after 7, and people were already making their way up. It's going on 10 now. As you probably saw as we were driving through there, there's cars everywhere. So it seems like everyone and their brother is out to see the aspens changing color. Nice for us, there's not many cars coming down, so there's less pressure taking our time getting down the hill, down the mountain. So look at this line of cars. We got caught in this coming up yesterday, but it wasn't this long. There's some construction going on with one lane closed, and this is the result. I wonder how long these people have to wait. We just pulled into Planet Fitness, where we spent a couple nights earlier this week. It was a little louder in this parking lot overnight, so last night it was nice to be up on the mountain where it was quieter. We're gonna get some exercise and cleaned up. We spent some time at the library, wrapping up some work before getting on the road. So we're gonna head in here And then we're going to start heading to Albuquerque. Time to Planet Fitness it up. Kitty, you want some tuna? Huh? You want some tuna? Are you looking around for it? It's not ready yet. What do you want? What do you want? Huh? What do you want? You want some tuna? Oh my goodness, are you so excited? What do you want, kitty? Huh? What do you want? Okay. Here you go, baby. Here you go. That's not good or anything, is it, Gray Gray? We're officially on our way out of Santa Fe. I was hoping while we were here to try some authentic New Mexican food, but last night we ended up going up on the mountain and spending the night there instead, which we had not originally planned. But I think I'd take that any day, to be out in nature over trying something new, even though I do like to try new foods.
Wasting money on food.
That's what Steve thinks. It is a little bit of a waste, I think, when out to eat, but once in a while I do like to try something that's kind of more unusual or specific and common to a area. But we didn't do that, but the good news is we're not leaving New Mexico yet, so maybe we can still try some in the coming days. Now we are taking what we've been told is a scenic route to Albuquerque.
Santa Fe was just okay in my book. Enjoyed going up the mountain yesterday, spending the time there. But the town, I think I'm realizing when you start noticing bars on the window or they have to lock down bathrooms in a business, it's just not a good sign. They have quite a bit of homelessness in the area, which is probably becoming more and more common everywhere. But it just has a weird, different feel to the town, and I don't know, maybe just not as welcoming, in my opinion.
Yeah, I don't know. Sometimes it's hard to get a real taste of an area, especially when you're traveling through. I thought the adobe architecture,
yes,
that style is neat to see.
Very interesting.
I wasn't very impressed with the downtown, but then I don't know that we really usually like downtown areas. We much prefer to be out in nature. Meow Wolf was fun.
Yeah.
And I think that the town was fine, but probably not 100% our cup of tea, that's all. But like Steve said, it did seem like everywhere we went, the bathrooms were locked. Even like we were at Starbucks, we had to get a code to use the bathroom while we were there. There's like trash receptacles for needles. Have we seen that anywhere else? So, I don't know, and it's just a different area it takes some getting used to. But I'm glad we went through the area, I'm glad we did what we did, and now I'm looking forward to what we'll see next. That we drove through. It looked like quite a popular place with a lot of fun stuff going on. Saw a sign that reminded me we're actually on what's called the Turquoise Trail. It's a scenic trail between Santa Fe and Albuquerque.
On I-40 West for 8 miles.
Looks like we gotta make a right turn to Albuquerque.
We hope you've enjoyed traveling with us through Santa Fe. Please drop us a comment to let us know you're watching, and hit that like button if you've enjoyed the adventure. Tune in next time to see why we're getting up in the early morning hours. I finally get to experience something I've been waiting years to do. We can't wait to share it with you. See you then.